Make sure you check out our new sponsor, The Health Blaze. All the information is in the description. Use the promo code above. Goodfella One Boxing at 18% off of all their natural products from deodorant, pomade, toothpaste, and much, much more. And they have additional discounts on their website as well. That's thehealthblaze.com. Starting December 20th. That promo code is good for 18% off. We go. What's going on? We back. Goodfella Sports TV. And Freddie Roach reveals some a crazy story about Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. The fight, he unveiled some cheating, it sounds like, or maybe they got an exemption for Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. You know, it was an agreement. But let's talk about it. They still making excuses several years later, but it's your boy CJ Goodfella. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. In addition to that, my brothers and sisters, don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Get you 18% off their all-natural products. And they got really good prices over there, like cheap lotion, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, deodorant, hair pomade, muscle relaxer rubs. You name it, they got it. So the website, promo code are in the description. Get an opportunity. Hit over there and check them out and spread the word, okay? But let's talk about it. It's the article in Boxing Scene, and the link is in the description of the article link. It says, Roach, Mayweather knew about Pacquiao's shoulder. They could have came up with a better name for it, because this article is hella funny, bruh. He said, according to Roach, he made attempts to stop the fight without success. I didn't try to stop the fight until I found out the injury. This is Freddie Roach quote. The injury on his shoulder would need surgery to fix it. So we were going to go into the fight with the bad shoulder. So we had an agreement with Mayweather could shoot his hands up, which he does often because he has very fragile hands. So he uses painkillers that he has in his hands. He said he uses painkillers that he has in his hands so he can get to a fight. And we had an agreement that Manny Pacquiao could get a painkiller for his shoulder. But on the night of the fight, he was allowed to use it. And more excuses. I mean, this shit happened, 2015 this fight happened? 14 or something like that. We talking about 5 or 6 years, or 5 or 3 years later, for whatever it is later. And they still making excuses, man. Still making excuses. Like, Pacquiao was watched. And if it's true about the painkillers, like, bro, that just proves that this fight had just been marinated too long. And you look at the list of opponents both of them fought. You talk about Barrera, Morales, Diaz, Margarito, Cotto. You talking about Mayweather, Cotto, Arturo Gatti, Manfredi, Giancarlo Hernandez, Corrales, Shaba Mitchell. Hopefully I said his name right. The list goes on. Madonna, Victor Ortiz, Robert Guerrero was before that fight. Canelo Alvarez before that. All these dudes fought. They waited way too long to make this fight happen. You legitimately had 2 senior citizens going in there versus each other. And you know it's bad when you need a painkiller before you about to go into a boxing match. This ain't football when you shoot up a painkiller to make it on the field. Okay? This is boxing. You know these dudes was old as Methuselah, was old as dirt. They need to shoot up painkillers to make it to the fight. My whole thing is, that's why I don't be believing what Freddie Roach said. I'm going to say this. And then Pacquiao didn't even end up having surgery on his shoulder. He said his shoulder got healed by swimming in sea salt water out there in the Philippines or something like that. Man, get the hell up out of here with that shit, man. Oh, he didn't even need surgery. So right there, that's a lie right there in itself. All that junk they talk leading up to the fight. Oh, we going to do a public service to everybody and get rid of Mayweather. Oh, he raising his hands up at the Mandalay Bay. When they did his grand arrivals at the Mandalay Bay, I'm fine, I'm going to beat Mayweather, I'm going to knock Mayweather out. And at the end of the day, Manny Pacquiao always got an excuse. He had an excuse after Morales got his ass. I'm pretty sure he had excuses after he got knocked out a couple times early in his career. I'm pretty sure He had just excuses. He had excuses at the Marquez, knocked him out. He always got nothing but excuses. People is tired of that shit, man. Pacquiao got all these excuses about Jeff Horn and all that shit. At the end of the day, man, take your L's like a champ. You lost. You know what I'm saying? If you lose, you lose. Ain't nobody tripping about it. You still a great fighter in your own right. You know what I'm saying? And then Freddie Roach, Mayweather get to use painkillers, but we wasn't allowed to use painkillers. Then I wouldn't have fought. Pacquiao needed that money. And even with that payday, Pacquiao still in debt. So I can believe he still had to go through with the fight, and they didn't want to rearrange the fight. But at the same time, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't feel bad for none of them, bro. I don't feel bad for Freddie Roach. All that junk you talk over the course of so long. Excuse me, my dog, he crying. I don't know, he think my daughter here the busting came, but she had practice. But yeah. You know, all this junk they talk, man. All that junk they talk. Like, we supposed to forget that, and then we supposed to forget that you didn't even have shoulder surgery. He didn't have the surgery, I don't believe, and correct me if I'm wrong. He said he healed his arm, his shoulder, and seesaw. And we talking about 4, 5, 6 years later, man. We talking way later, man. And they fought in 15, so it was 4 years, I believe it was. You talking about 4 years later? That's a whole high school career. That's a whole college career, and they still griping on this. Go ahead. You not gonna entice or you're not gonna talk Mayweather into doing something that he don't want to do. Everybody know that. You know, if you can't make Mayweather, an offensive fighter, you can't make him go out there and be an aggressive style fighter no more. You get him to do 1-2 pity pat. You know what I'm saying? If that's all you can get him to do, you think you gonna bait him to come out of retirement? Now, Mayweather gonna come out of retirement if he need that bread. That's it. With the Manny Pacquiao fight, after the Broner fight, it don't hold no weight. Now, if Manny Pacquiao go out there and smoke Keith Thurman or smoke Errol Spence, then maybe he can drag Mayweather out of retirement to come fight him. But the money not there. The money not there. It ain't a $200, $300 million payday no more. It ain't even a Conor McGregor rematch payday there no more for him. You know what I'm saying? That's all they trying to do is bait Mayweather to come out of retirement. We don't want to see the fight no more, bro. That fight is beyond me. It's done. It's over with. Don't nobody want to see Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao old self fight no more. Nobody want to see that no more. Let it go. When we understand Manny Pacquiao, it ain't even about the rematch about losing to Floyd Mayweather. It's not even about the competitive nature of them. It's about the bread. He need the bread. And real talk, he really don't want to fight Errol Spence, and that's what Al Heyman want him to do next. He'd rather fight Keith Thurman because he think Keith Thurman is old or he been inactive. But Keith Thurman been to smoked his ass too, like Ricky from Boys in the Hood got smoked. Either or, he getting smoked. But he really want to go out the easy way. He know he gonna make a quick, easy payday with Mayweather, and he not gonna lose no. He not gonna get knocked out. He know Mayweather not gonna go for the knockout. So real talk, he ain't got no choice but to sit there and bait Mayweather to come out of retirement, because other than not fight Mayweather, he got to fight killers. So this is them doing their due diligence to know, so they won't have to fight killers. You know what I'm saying? Playing with my dog, sorry. But this is their due diligence, knowing that they don't want to fight killers. And they know Pacquiao is threatening to retire because he don't want to fight Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. But he can't retire because he need that bread. So they going to sit there and keep baiting Floyd Mayweather. But their best option is trying to go get Danny Garcia. But they probably don't like their chances versus Danny Garcia neither. You know what I'm saying? And Freddie Roach whistleblowing. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, we both was agreed to take painkillers. Like, bro, what you coming out this 4 years later for? If this was a fact and this was a major sticking point, this is some shit you should have been advocating with the sanctioning belt body. This is some shit you should have been advocating and suing the Nevada State Athletic Commission. You know what I'm saying? But that's why you get those things in writing. You get those things in the contract. And if you didn't have it in the contract, and Manny Pacquiao, Michael Collins, Bob Arum, Freddie Roach were too stupid to get it put in the contract that they get to take painkillers, y'all did it off the handshake or off the glass, off your word. Y'all stupid. Y'all got duped. He should be looking at his team. But all this is, I'm gonna tell you, all this is a cry not to fight Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. They know they got to walk the plank, and Manny Pacquiao need that payday. And they don't want Manny Pacquiao to go out and get smoked. He gonna get smoked like a turkey leg on the paper grill, bro. He gonna get smoked. I'm telling y'all what the whole situation gonna be. This is a cry for Manny Pacquiao not to have to go fight a killer next. Because he don't feel confident he can fight a killer. He know Al Heyman wishes is he got to fight a killer. Keith Thurman, Earl Spence, next or Danny Garcia. His best scenario outside of Mayweather is if Mikey Garcia beat Earl Spence. And then you won't hear him bait Mayweather no more. Now, if he was to beat Mikey Garcia in impressive fashion, then he can get the Mayweather fight and get some real bread. But this is all a paper chase. It's all it is. You know, and if they had these and they had receipts for this and they got in the paperwork and they can show paperwork, it is what it is. At the end of the day, if Mayweather got a competitive advantage, that just means Mayweather had a better team. You didn't have no great team. Y'all just said we agreed. No, did you get it in writing? Did you put it in the contract? Shit like that got to go in the contract. You know, they said, oh, Mayweather took a xylocaine in his hands and shit. Like xylocaine, it don't even last that long for the fight. It's called hand therapy. You know what I'm saying? He can't numb his hands before the fight. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't be able to. But if you agree for him to do it and you didn't put it in writing and he got over and you didn't, hey man, at the end of the day, Manny Pacquiao and Freddie Roach and Michael Collins and Bob Arum got took to school. You know, and while they sitting there begging Mayweather for a fight and trying to bait him into a fight, you just making this nigga feel more powerful. And on top of that, they really should be looking at Bob Arum because Bob Arum sat there and he janked Pacquiao out a whole bunch of money, giving him advances. Pacquiao team not telling him his managers and whoever his account was to pay his taxes. Now he 40-something years old and he broke. And Mayweather said that shit years ago. He said Manny Pacquiao don't know what's going on with Bob Arum. Bob Arum taking him to school. You know what I'm saying? Bob Arum robbing him. He said Bob Arum did me the same way. He said Bob did me the same way. And all they said was Mayweather hating and this and that. And why would Manny Pacquiao need to go to Al Heyman? Now y'all see why he need to go to Al Heyman now. He got to go to Al Heyman to get a check now. And now he got to get it the hard way. He got to get his money the hard way. He can't get the easy way and just go out the way he want to go out and just cherry pick and fight who he want to fight. Either at Top Rank, he was either go down and wait and fight Lomachenko. He was willing to stay with Top Rank and continue to get milked. Let Bob Arum milk his ass. He was continuing to let Bob Arum milk him. But Lomachenko didn't oblige, so he had no other choice but to come fight the killers to get a check. Now he got to do shit the harder way. You know, the hard way. Now he got to go in there and he got to go take an ass whooping just to make ends meet. For all them years he was with Bob Arum and Mayweather was telling him what was going on. He was letting Bob Arum tell him that, oh, no, we not making the Mayweather fight. So he had to go out there and make excuses. And they made it seem like Mayweather didn't want to fight for all them years. And a part of Mayweather did want to fight. You know, I ain't gonna lie, he played an integral part in that. But guess what? Who got the last laugh now? Who still got money? You know, who still can go around here comfortably and they made proper investments and they got shit, you know, real estate and they got titty bars and they got their own apparel. Manny Pacquiao ain't even got no real apparel. Then he lost his endorsement with Nike. That was more money that went out the window. After he made the homophobic comments and stuff of that nature. You know, so all he really got is promoting Hennessy and shit now. So he really don't even got them brand deals in the back from Nike that he once had. So at the end of the day, either he going to fight killers or he going to retire broke and not be able to come back in the United States and have the IRS going down his door in the Philippines. That's just basically what it boils down to. You know, but sitting here clout chasing and hating and trying to bait somebody like Mayweather, you just make yourself look like a fool. That's all you doing. That's all they making themselves look like is a damn fool. You know, all this shit, you didn't say this 3-4 years earlier after the fight. And after every Manny Pacquiao fight, it's an excuse. Every time he lose, it's an excuse. We tired of hearing him. They got a compilation video of all his greatest excuses out there somewhere on YouTube. Excuse. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody trying to hear that shit no more. At the end of the day, you built your bed or you made your bed, lay in it. Go fight a killer and make your check the hard way and retire, bruh. You know, with a peace of mind. You know, you got in the bed with the pilgrims and the white man that milked you real good. And Anthony Joshua gonna suffer the same fate as Manny Pacquiao. Same fate that Barry Hearn did to Chris Eubanks Sr. But hey, it's Goodfellas Sports TV. I appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Don't forget we on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Also got a Facebook group. You can DM me on social media. You can hit me up on my email. My email is in the description. Got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests, whatever situation may be. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Hillblaze, thehillblaze.com. Promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Get you 18% off their all-natural products. Like I said before, lotion, soaps, bath bombs, and much, much more. Website, promo code in the description.